Friends, welcome to the PSC junction. Let's start with the chapter number 6, Human Environment Interaction, the Tropical and Subtropical Region. Renuka was excited. Srikant uncle was home after a gap of nearly 4 months. He was a wildlife photographer and traveled widely. Renuka's interest in wildlife and forest began at an early age when her uncle introduced her to the books on nature. Picture of distant lands and people who lived there always fascinated her. In this picture, Renuka, you can see people from different parts of the world. Some are from dry deserts, some from frozen land, some from hot, wet rainforest. They look so different from me, observed Renuka. They may look different, but they share the same basic need of life: food, clothing, and shelter. Explained Srikant uncle. Their children do the same thing as you probably do: play games, quarrel sometimes, and then make up, sing, dance, and help the family with various things that need to be done. They live closer to the nature, and very early in their lives they have learned to care for nature. They learn how to catch fish and how to collect materials from the forest. Life in the Amazon basin. Before learning about the Amazon basin, let's just look at the map. Notice that the tropical region lies very close to the equator between 10 degrees north and 10 degrees south. So it is referred to as the equatorial region. The river Amazon flows through this region. Notice how it flows from mountains to the west and reaches the Atlantic Ocean to the east. The place where the river flows into another body of water is called river mouth. Numerous tributaries join the Amazon River to form Amazon Basin. The river basin drains portions of Brazil, parts of Peru, Bolivia, Ecuador, Colombia, and a small part of Venezuela. Do you know, when the Spanish explorer discovered the Amazon River, they were attacked by a group of local tribes wearing headgears and grass skirts. These people reminded them of fierce tribes of women warriors known in ancient Roman Empire as the Amazons, hence the name Amazon. Glossary. Tributaries. These are the small rivers that join the main river. The main river, along with all its tributaries that drain an area, forms a river basin or the catchment area. The Amazon basin is the largest river basin in the world. Name the country of basin through which the equator passes. Climate. As you know, the Amazon basin stretches directly on the equator and is characterized by hot and wet climate throughout the year. Both day and night are almost equally hot and humid. The skin feels sticky. It rains almost every day. That's too without much warning. The day temperature are high with very high humidity. At night the temperature goes down but the humidity remains same high. The rainfall. Forest. As it rains daily in this region, thick forest grows. The forests are in fact so thick that the dense roof created by leaves and branches does not allow the sunlight to reach the ground. The ground remains dark, damp. Only shade of tolerant vegetation may grow here. Orchids, bromeliads grow as plant parasites. The rainforest is rich in the fauna. Birds such as toucans, hummingbirds, macaw with their brilliantly colored plumage, oversized bills for eating make them different from the birds we commonly see in India. These birds also make loud sounds in the forest. Animals like monkey, sloth, and ant-eating tapirs are found here. Various species of reptiles and snakes also thrive in these jungles. Crocodiles, snakes, python abound. Anaconda and boa constrictors are some of the species. Besides, the basin is home to the thousands of species of insects. Several species of fishes, including the flesh-eating piranha fish, is also found in the river. This basin is thus extraordinarily rich in the variety of life found there. Do you know, bromeliads are the special plants that store water in their leaves. Animals like frogs use this pocket of water for laying their eggs. People of the rainforest. People grow most of their food in small area after clearing some trees in the forest. While men hunt and fish along their rivers, women take care of the crops. They mainly grow tobacco, pineapples, and sweet potato. As hunting and fishing are uncertain, it is the women who keep their family alive by feeding them the vegetable they grow. They practice slash and burn agriculture. The staple food is manioc, also known as cassava, that grows under the ground like the potato. They also eat queen ants and egg sacs. Cash crops like coffee, maize, and cocoa are also grown. The rainforest provides a lot of woods for the houses. Some families live in thatched houses shaped like beehives. There are other large apartment-like houses called molako with steeply slanting roof. Life of the people of Amazon basin is slowly changing. In older days, the heart of forest could be reached only by navigating the river. In 1970, the Trans-Amazon Highway made all parts of the rainforest accessible. Aircrafts and helicopters are also used for reaching various places. The indigenous population was pushed out from the area and forced to settle in new area where they continue to practice that distinctive way of farming. The developmental activity are leading to the gradual destruction of biologically diverse rainforest. It is estimated that the large area of rainforest has been disappearing annually in the Amazon basin. You can see that this destruction of forest has a much wider implication. The topsoil is washed away as rain falls and lush forest turns into barren landscape. Do you know slash and burn is a way of cultivating land where farmers clear a piece of land by slashing or cutting down trees and bushes. They are then burnt, which releases the nutrients into soil. Now crops are grown in this cleared field for a few years. After repeatedly using the patch of land, the soil loses its nutrients, so it is abandoned. Then they clear another plot of land to plant. In the meantime, young trees grow in the old field. In this way, the soil fertility is restored. People can then return to it and start cultivating it again. Life in the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. The tributaries of river Ganga and Brahmaputra together form the Ganga Brahmaputra basin in the Indian subcontinent. The basin lies in the subtropical region that is situated between 10° north to 30° north latitude. The tributaries of the river Ganga, like the Ghagra, the Son, the Chambal, the Gandak, the Kosi, and the tributaries of Brahmaputra drains it. Look at the atlas and find the names of some tributaries of the river of Brahmaputra. The plains of the Ganga and the Brahmaputra mountain and the foothills of the Himalaya and the Sundarban Delta are the main features of this basin. The Oxbow lakes dot the plain area. The area is dominated by monsoon climate. The monsoon brings rains from the mid-June to mid-September. Summer are hot and winter cool. Look at the map of India. Find out the state in which the Ganga Brahmaputra basin lies. The basin area has a varied topography. The environment plays a dominant role in the distribution of population. The mountain area with steep slopes have inhospitable terrain. Therefore, less number of people live in the mountain area of Ganga Brahmaputra basin. The plain area provides the most suitable land for human habitation. The soil is fertile. The agriculture is the main occupation of people where the flat land is available to grow crops. The density of population of the plains is very high. The main crop is paddy. Since the cultivation of paddy requires sufficient water, it is grown in the area where the amount of rainfall is high. Wheat, maize, sorghum, gram, and millets are the other crops that are grown. Cash crops like sugarcane and jute are also grown. Banana plantations are seen in some areas of the plain. In West Bengal and Assam, tea is grown in plantations. Silk is produced through the cultivation of silkworms in the part of Bihar and Assam. In mountain and hills where the slopes are gentle, crops are grown in terrace. Vegetations cover the area varies according to types of landforms. In a Ganga and Brahmaputra plain, tropical deciduous trees grow, along with teak, sal, and peepal. These thick bamboo groups are common in the Brahmaputra plain. The delta area is covered with the mangrove forest. In the parts of Uttarakhand, Sikkim, and Arunachal Pradesh, coniferous trees like pine, deodar, and fir can be seen because the climate is cool and slopes are steep. That's river Brahmaputra is known as by different names in different places. Find the other names of the river. Population density. It means the number of person that population density. It means the number of person that live in the 1 square kilometer of area. Example, the population density of Uttarakhand is 189, while the density of West Bengal is 1029 and that of Bihar is 1102. Do you know terraces are built on the steep slopes to create flat surfaces on which crops are grown? The slope is removed so that the water does not run off rapidly. There is a variety of wildlife in the basin. Elephant, tiger, deer, and monkey are common. One-horned rhinoceros is found in the Brahmaputra plain. In the delta area, Bengal tiger and crocodiles are found. Aquatic life abounds in the fresh river water. The lakes and the Bay of Bengal Sea. The most popular variety of fish are rohu, katla, and hilsa. The fish and rice is the staple diet of people living in the area. Do you know in the fresh water of the river Ganga and Brahmaputra, the variety of dolphin locally called susu, also called blind dolphin, is found. The presence of susu is an indication of health of river. The untreated industrial and urban waste with the high amount of chemicals are killing this species. Lake, a source of livelihood. Case study. Binod is a fisherman living in Matwali Mound village of Bihar. He is a happy man today with the efforts of the fellow fishermen Ravinder, Kishore, Rajiv and other. He cleaned the mouth of Oxbow Lake to cultivate different varieties of fish. The local weed and that grows in the lake is the food of fish. The land around the lake is fertile. He sows crops such as paddy, maize, and pulses in this field. The buffalo is used to plug the land. The community is satisfied. There is enough fish to catch from the river, enough fish to eat, and enough fish to sell in the market. They have been begun supply into the neighboring town. The community is living in harmony with the nature as long as the pollutants from the nearby town do not find their way into the lake water. The fish cultivation will not face any threat. Do you know to accelerate the efforts to achieve the universal sanitation coverage and to put force on sanitation, the Prime Minister of India launched the Swachh Bharat mission on 2nd October 2014. The Ganga Brahmaputra plain has several big towns and cities. The cities of Allahabad, Kanpur, Varanasi, Lucknow, Patna, and Kolkata. All the populations more than 10 lakhs are located along the river of Ganga. The wastewater from these towns and industry is discharged into river. This led to the pollution of the rivers. All four ways of transport are well developed in the Ganga Brahmaputra basins. In the plain areas, the roadways and the railways transport the people from the place to another. The waterways in effective means of transport, particularly along the river. Kolkata is an important port for river Hooghly. The plain area also has a large number of airports. Do you know that to conserve the river Ganga, Namami Ganga program has been initiated? Tourism is another important activity of the basin. Taj Mahal on the bank of river Yamuna in Agra, Allahabad on the confluence of river Ganga and Yamuna, Buddhist stupa in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, Lucknow with Imambara, Assam with Kaziranga and Manas with wildlife sanctuary, and Arunachal Pradesh with a distinct travel culture of some of the places worth of visit.